Hello everybody, welcome to Octopath Traveler. I am philosoraptor42. How are y'all doing tonight? And Cove, that was really, really awesome. I was glad I got to catch a lot of that. This may not be retro in release time, but it is retro in spirit. And it is a really good game, so I wanted to share it with y'all. And we'll be doing the Cyrus story speedrun, single story speedrun. So we're going to be focusing on doing everything that has to do with our boy Cyrus here. So I am going to get that started right now. Here we go. So Cyrus is like a teacher at a royal academy. Apparently he has those two students, some chick and the princess. We get to skip cutscenes, which is really nice. Makes for a good RPG speedrun when you can just hold a button through the cutscenes like this. So what we're tasked to eventually do here in Cyrus's chapter 1 of his story is somebody's snatched some books out of like these protected archives in the library, and she's about to tell us that. And so now we go talk to the headmaster of the academy, and he's gonna be a jerk, whatever. So now we've got to start doing our investigation of where these important books went. And so once we come back here to the library, we're going to find out about our ability, which is to scrutinize people, which we're going to start with this guard here. And he's going to tell us some stuff. Then we're going to go back in here and go scrutinize the librarian. She's going to tell us some stuff. We're going to scrutinize this guy Russell, and he's going to tell us some stuff. And then we're going to head out, and then we're going to take a quick pit stop to scrutinize this guy, not because of the search, but it's going to unlock a hidden item that we'll grab in a little bit. And so then we're going to come through here. Thank you, Cove. Appreciate that. We're going to come back to the academy here, and we're going to go scrutinize the headmaster, because he's a jerk, and he deserves it. And this is going to give us all the information we need to determine what happened. So we know that the guard and the headmaster have keys. And we know that it was the guard's key that was used because the headmaster showed us his key and it didn't look like it had been used in a while. So we know Russell did it because of reasons. And so now we're going to make a quick pit stop down here, do some stuff. Oh yeah, thank you for that. And we're going to come around here, and we're going to scrutinize this little girl right here, because why not? Actually, what it's going to do is unlock another hidden item over here. We're going to go grab it real quick. It's a light soulstone M. We're going to come to the weapon shop. We're going to buy this court staff. We're going to give it to Cyrus. And now we're going to go... Oops, I got stuck on the barrel, little barrel thingy apparently. That's the one thing about the terrain in this game, you get stuck on it a lot. And then the first guard we scrutinized earlier unlocked that light soulstone, so we'll grab that. And now, Russell's in this little area. So we're going to go ahead. This is kind of like the first dungeon of the game. It's pretty short. It kind of is just to get you used to combat. So here's our first encounter with this thing. So it's going to give us a little tutorial thingy right here, so we're going to ignore it. So this game's pretty cool. Enemies all have like a shield you have to break through to really do damage, so we just we broke it. And then we're just going to throw fire at it and watch it die. The game also uses BP, which is like a point that lets you do extra damage. If you pump those points into your abilities. So you'll be seeing me use a lot of that. So we're going to come around here. Russell's up there, but we're not ready to talk to him yet. We're going to fight this guy. You see, he has one shield there, so we just have to hit him with a vulnerability once and we break him, which means he can't do anything for 2 turns, which is nice. And he also is much more susceptible to damage. And this will get us level 2. And then we're going to come on down over here, get this light soulstone out of that treasure chest. And then we got to get into one more fight before we talk to Russell. And hopefully it won't be a skeleton, because that's not going to be any good for me. Okay, we're good. This thing's fine. So Cyrus has a study foe ability, which is nice, which lets him see at least one vulnerability that the enemy has. We'll go ahead and burn it to death, too. And this is going to get us level 3. But and also importantly, it's going to give us 15 job points. And so we use job points to gain skills and stuff in this game. And Russell here is going to give us another 15, which is going to give us 30, which is going to let us buy our first skill. So we can see that his little friends are weak to fire, so we're going to hit him with a fireball. So if you don't use BP in a turn, you'll get 1 at the next turn. So we didn't use any, so now we'll have 2 of them, and then, which will allow me to do a ×3 skill once it's my turn again, which is now. So we'll just do that, and we'll hit him with fire again. And that's going to break the ads, which will be nice. And then Russell's going to get to go twice, which isn't nice, before I get to go. I guess it doesn't really matter. So now what I'm going to do is, since they're broke, I'm going to use a light soulstone, and hopefully they die. 1 might live. Ah, we got him. That's cool. And then it's going to be my turn again. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit him once. And then I'm going to go ahead and heal, because he's going to get his turn first next turn. And I don't want him to die. Oh, it changed because of the... That's fine. And I'm going to hit him with an ice. So we're doing this to manage our BP properly for this fight. So now what I'm going to do on this turn is hit him twice and break him. And then hit him with a soul stone. And now he's going to get his turn. Now he's going to be unbroken again and get his shield back. So now what I'm going to do to have the right BP for everything is I'm going to hit him once. I'm going to have full BP. I'm going to hit him 3 times to break him again. And then I'm going to hit him with a full ×4 fireball to finish him off. And that's Russell. "6.5-minute Russell's not bad for me." So now we solved the thing. And basically Russell has a gambling habit, and he was in debt, so he stole a book to sell it. So now we're going to go ahead and, since we have 30 JP, we're going to learn our first skill, which is going to be Lightning Blast. Lightning Blast, there we go. So he was going to sell the book to pay off his gambling debts, basically. This is how that amounted out to. So we're going to go up here to talk to the headmaster. And he's basically going to kick us out of town. Because reasons. But this starts our grand adventure. And get to see more of this pretty world that is Octopath Traveler. So we're going to head out of town. And that's going to finish... So the motif in this game is that you have to leave a town to finish somebody's chapter. So we're leaving town, so that's going to finish Chapter 1 for us. Cyrus Chapter 1 is complete. So now we're going to do a whole lot of moving around the map and getting to places we need to get to later. So this game has a fast travel system that's contingent on you having been there before. So we'll be going into towns just to go in and back out so that we have tagged them for fast travel later. Right now, though, we're going to be doing what's called early EM, and EM stands for evasive maneuvers. Cyrus's next ability, or when Cyrus learns 2 job skills, he learns a passive skill called, I'm just going to try and run. Yeah, okay, cool. He learns a passive skill called evasive maneuvers, and what that does is it makes your encounter rate much, much less. So you can move through a lot of screens without getting an encounter. But also, while we're in here, we're going to grab this money, if it lets me open the chest. Thank you. But these encounters here are super, super high level for us. And there's only a couple of them that are going to give me the 100 job points I need, and this is not one of them, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to try and run, probably fail and get killed, and try again. So this is one of the... There's a couple of pretty big RNG hurdles for this run. This is one of them. Getting the proper fight in here. Thankfully, the game autosaves quite frequently. So I'm going to just be restoring an autosave. and which is right outside that place I was just at, those woods I was just in. So we're just going to walk right back in, go get the money again, and hope we get into a better encounter. There's like 2 or 3 encounters I can get that'll work. Come on, come on. Let's see, this is not one of them. This is the same encounter we just got. Looks like I said, we can try to run. Sometimes it works. But most of the times it doesn't. Because we're a level like 4, and this is a level 15 encounter. So it's a way higher level than us. Unfortunately, the game's RNG is not going to cooperate today, which is why the estimate is what it is. My PB is 59 and a half minutes, but and world records in like 50 or 49 minutes. So it's like RNG plays a huge factor in this section, and then there's the chapter 3 boss fight is pretty RNG dependent as well. Let's see what we get. Same fight. Jeez Louise. Come on, game. Be nice. Let me run at least and try again. Okay, or don't. And then this fight sucks because all the frogs that aren't wearing the horned helmets are like gonna waste a turn before they do anything, which just makes this take longer. Yeah, reasons, exactly, weapon. Reasons. Hopefully the rest of the game cooperates, because this is not being friendly right now. But evasive maneuvers is pretty much required, so that's why we do this. This is about the only way to get to 100 job points quickly. And then we can just have evasive maneuvers for the rest of the game. Let's see what we got. Same. Oh, alright. Now you're just getting out of hand. This won't do it either. At least I got surprise attacked, so maybe I die pretty quick, but maybe I don't. Because those other 3 frogs are just gonna gather strength turn 1 and waste the turn. And then he didn't kill me. Cool. So what I'm looking for is 2 of the frogs with the helmets or whatever, and 2 bugs, or I'm looking for a pack of 5 bugs, or I'm looking for a pack of owls. Those are the encounters I'm looking for. All of those will give me at least 100 job points, which is what I need. So let's see, what we got? You're kidding me, game. Come on. So if I were going for PBs, I would have long reset by now. But since it's a marathon, I just got to keep plugging away and hope it finally gives me one. So it surprise attacked me, which is great, I guess. And, you know, resetting and coming back in takes so long, so it's like not even worth doing that if we get the wrong encounter. It's still quicker to just let them kill me and then reload the save. So let's see, maybe this time will be the time? Nope, apparently not. And then what it can do is give me the right encounter, and then I get a surprise attack and die. So there's also that RNG I've got to get through. Yeah, I don't think it's ever taken me this long before. At least not before I've reset. Being 13 minutes in and still in Whistlewood is really bad. I'm still within estimate, though, as long as Yvonne cooperates. Which, Yvonne, I can do Yvonne suboptimally if it cooperates a little bit, in a way. Come on, give me a good fight, finally. There we go, I can do this one, so no surprise attack, please. Okay, good. This is a fight I can do. That'll give me the job points. So here we just use the Light Soulstone M and they die. And then we have 100 job points. So we're good, we're past this part now. We got 105 job points out of that. So we're good. So now we just go into here, we go into skills, we learn Firestorm, and there's evasive maneuvers, so then we'll go equip evasive maneuvers. Alright, we're good. We have evasive maneuvers. We can progress. So now we're just going to be doing, like I said, exploring maps. Hopefully my D-pad doesn't run me off in some weird direction a couple of times and I can get through these screens without encounters. Because a lot of these screens we can do without encounters. As you saw, I did that one. This one I should be able to do without an encounter too. Provided I don't get stuck somewhere stupid. Yeah, there we go. You get to see a lot of the pretty countryside here. But this is going to allow us to go into some really dangerous areas and get things we shouldn't be able to for our level. Which is why we absolutely have to have it. There we go. That's a tough screen sometimes to get without an encounter. So, now we're in East Rippletide Coast. So we're going to come on down here. And here is the town of Rippletide. Say hi to Rippletide, everybody. This is the town of Rippletide. Say bye to Rippletide, everybody. So that was so that we can fast travel back to it later. And that's the only reason we did that. This is a screen that I might get an encounter on, even though I've been moving rather well. So we'll see. Oh, cool. Didn't get it. A lot of times I'll still get it, even with good movement. So now we're heading over this way. This is right here, so we'll go ahead and grab it. That's some money. So, money is a big deal in this run. I'd like to lovingly refer to this run as using money to solve our problems. Capitalism, the run. So, because we use money to solve a lot of our problems in this game. At least in this run. Ah, see what I'm talking about? Like, the terrain is designed to get you stuck on it sometimes, it feels like. So, this is the town of Cobbleston. Say hi to Cobbleston, everybody. Say bye to Cobbleston, everybody. So now we're going to go back the way we came. We came over here to grab Cobbleston for fast travel later, because we'll need it. And we were coming kind of this way anyway. We see how evasive maneuvers has just basically made it so I can just run through screens and not get encounters, which is going to be a big deal later on too. And actually now for saving time. But now we're going to go this way. This is a new way, finally. We might get an encounter here, maybe not. Okay, we're good. Now this screen, it's very tight to not get an encounter on. I'm actually usually pretty good about it, so we'll see. There's a way. There's a slower way you can do it and guarantee you don't get an encounter, but I don't do that. I just go for it and see what happens. And like I said, I'm pretty good at it. Usually don't get the encounter. Okay, we're good. This is Stone Guard, everybody. Say hi to Stone Guard. There you go. Goodbye to Stone Guard, everybody. So we tagged that for later too, and we're actually going to use it pretty soon. Not right away, but it's going to be useful. We're going to use it. We're going to use Stone Guard a couple times, so don't worry. So then we're going to mosey on over here. But like I said, as you see, if it wasn't for evasive maneuvers, I'd be getting encounters left and right. And we're able to just maneuver through here. And now I'm in a screen that's for level 45 and up, and I am like not 45. So we got a light soulstone L there. That's going to be useful for in a little bit. And then we're going to come through here and through this little hidden pathway into this, the Shrine of the Runeblade. Now, there is a secondary job in here, but we're not going to get it. Don't need it. I don't even know what job it is, to be honest, because I've never been here outside of the speedrun yet. But we're here just to come through here and get that $50,000. And then we're going to fast travel up to Rippletide and actually go to Rippletide. So here's Rippletide for real this time. And this is Tressa. Tressa's going to be our first party member. Tressa's a merchant. So Tressa likes money. Tressa will find money for us occasionally on the ground. Yeah, high ripple tide for once, yep. So we're going to complete... any party member we pick up, we have to complete their Chapter 1, so we're going to go complete Tressa's Chapter 1 real quick. Thankfully, we don't have to do the entire chapter, just the end of it. So we're doing the end of it. So it doesn't take very long. Not like Cyrus's, like, took 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. So we would get an encounter here. There's no way around it. It's just too many steps. So this is something we expect to happen, and then we'll just cast fire at it. So if you break the entire party of enemies, you can guaranteed run away. So we broke the bird, and now we're gonna run. So what's actually funny is, so we're playing this in the Japanese language, and normally, so you heard that and we're playing it in Japanese. In the English version, he like laughs like ha 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 or something like crazy like that. It's like ridiculous. It's like so over the top in the English version of the voiceover. But it's like an actual normal laugh in the Japanese, and you'd almost figure like it would be reverse or something. Since like in anime and stuff, people have a lot of over-the-top laughter. So everybody's asleep because Tressa delivered them a spiked barrel of like grog or something, I don't know, to put them all to sleep. And now we're gonna fight Mick and Mac, who woke up. So here's Mick and Mac. There goes Mick and Mac. So they got groggy, exactly. Basically, they've been, like, stealing stuff from the town, and Tressa got sick of it. So, she decided to go take it back. Skipping all the cutscenes, because who needs the plot? So now we gotta finish Tressa's Chapter 1. Normally that means leaving town, and it does in this case too, but it also means going to her house. So we gotta go to her house first. And then skip a cutscene. And then now we gotta leave. And now we're done with Tressa Chapter 1. But we're not done with Ripple-Tide yet. Nope, not by Ripple-Tide. We're not done with it yet. We got stuff to do in Ripple-Tide still. Like, scrutinize this lady. For 70% chance. So we got it first try. Cool. And then we also got to use Tressa's ability to buy things to purchase her Soulstone M. And then pick up the item we unlocked from scrutinizing her. Now we are actually done, and we can go to Cobblestone. This is our next party member, Ulbrich. Ulbrich's ability isn't ever useful in the speedrun. It lets you duel people. So we'll never use it in the speedrun. But Ulbrich himself is quite useful. So we get him. In this route. There's another route where we get Primrose instead of him, but it's a lot more RNG dependent, and I didn't want to do it. Alright, we didn't get an encounter before the den. That's good. Now this here is a mandatory encounter it gives us. And we just get through it. Oops, not defend, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna get hit once because I messed up. With the Ice Soulstone M that Mick and Matt gave us. We'll just get rid of them. So now we're going to go into the Brigand's Den and complete Ulbrich's Chapter 1. With a boss fight. Here we go. So the brigands like stole some kid from town, and that's the whole point of Ulbricht's chapter 1. And it's this guy Gaston, this big guy. So we're going to utilize the talents that God gave us, like this Thunder Soul Stone L, to kill the ads. And Thunder Soul Stone M to finish off Gaston. And, much like every other chapter, we have to leave town to finish chapter 1 for Ulbricht. So now we're going to actually go off in a new direction that we haven't been before. Huzzah! We're going to make our way into the desert. We're going to come up here, and there's this treasure chest that's kind of obscured right there. We're going to get that. And we're going to come up here into the town of Sunshade. Say hi to Sunshade, everybody. Say bye to Sunshade, everybody. Yeah, that's Tressa's ability. It's just like, oh, cool, there's money. So now we're going off to another area. And so we'll just be running through some places here. Thankfully, with evasive maneuvers, not getting into encounters, hopefully. Although, this next screen here, maybe. This one's a tough one to get through without it, unfortunately. It's kind of hit or miss on whether you actually get through here without an encounter or not. And I'm moving pretty well, too. And I'll probably still get it because reasons. Wow! And I wasn't even close, either. That was crazy. Like, my movement was on point. And I wasn't even close. So we're going to try and just get away. And it worked good. So our next stop is the town of Quarry Crest, which is only a couple screens away now. Which is right here. We're now in the town of Quarry Crest. So this is where Cyrus and Tressa Chapter 2 both take place. So since I'm done with both their Chapter 1s, it's going to like let me choose that. And so I have to make sure I pick Cyrus and not Tressa. So we're going to start Cyrus Chapter 2, but we're actually not going to finish it. And we did that because there's stuff here I want to get. And doing most of Cyrus Chapter 2 while here getting the stuff I want to get makes sense. There's no way for me to complete it yet, though. I'm not in a position to do so. But we can get it started. And I can scrutinize her to start it. Get this Wind Soulstone M, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to be here in the first place. And it's in her house, and you have to be there to start Chapter 2 anyway, so it makes sense to do it all. We're going to come here, and we're going to purchase from him his Thunder Soulstone M and his Thunder Soulstone L, which was the other stuff we wanted to come here for. And we'll just scrutinize this guy. And then scrutinize this guy. And that's pretty much all of Cyrus Chapter 2 until the boss. So now we get to do the little deduction spot where we say, well, whatever's going on is happening near the inn at any time of day, and they're using the sewers. And now I can fight the boss, but I'm not ready to, so we're going to leave. I came here to get all those soul stones. Is really what I came here for. So we're going to go back the way we came just a little bit to this screen over here. But now instead of going back the way we came down, we're just going to go up this way. And then go across this bridge here. Go up this way. I might have just messed up and guaranteed my encounter, but we'll see. Sometimes when you make little mistakes, it doesn't tend to, like... It means you don't get the encounter instead of getting it. So this is Boulder Fall. Am I going to get an encounter? Nope. Wow. Okay. That's a spot I usually get an encounter in, is that part of the screen. So now we're in Boulder Fall. I'm going to come around here. And here's Therian, our final party member. And that's why we wanted the Soul Stones, because we got to do his Chapter 1 ending here. So this is where we're going to kind of get into our first real, like, piece of tech for this game. So we got to sneak in the window of this mansion. There's something here that I think belongs to Therian that they have. And so he's sneaking in to take it back. So what we're going to do is we're coming to this door here. Going in through this door is going to auto-save the game. And so now once we get into the room, we're going to return to the title screen. And we're gonna load the autosave that we just made. What this is going to do is it's going to reset the threat for this area. And so now that we did that, we'll be able to clear this room without getting an encounter. As long as I don't make a massive movement mistake. Which the D-pad on this controller isn't super great, so there's a chance. But now we're alright. Then we'll come up through here. That's the item. And now we get a boss fight. So much like the other boss fights previously so far, we just throw soul stones at them. There goes the additional enemy there. And there goes the boss. You'll be happy to know, though, that was basically the last boss that we kill entirely with soul stones. We actually start doing some cool stuff now. And some very monetarily expensive stuff. Where the whole throw your money at your problems thing I mentioned earlier kind of comes into play. So now we gotta leave Boulder Fall to finish Therian Chapter 1. So we're gonna do that. And now we've got to actually kind of go gather up some stuff before we're ready for the boss fight of Cyrus Chapter 2. So we're going to go this way. Go in the woods here. And go this way. And then up this way. And then up this way. Then we're going to go up here. And then there's a little path over here that's kind of hidden for a cave right here. This is the Shrine of the Huntress. This is an important thing we're going to be coming in here for. First off, there's a Olive of Life L right there. And then there's this thing. This gives us the ability to give one of our party members Hunter as a second job. Which will come into play in a little bit. So now we're going to come up to one of the scarier screens in this run here. It's another one of those that's like a level 40 some odd, 45. And we've got to get pretty far into the screen without getting an encounter. Which I hope I can get it. So we've just got to get to this save point without getting an encounter, and I got it. So we're going to save our game manually. And then do the trick again, where we're going to load back to the title screen, and instead of loading our autosave, we're going to load our manual save, because we want to be at that save spot and not back at the beginning of the screen again. And this is going to reset our thread again, and then we're going to be able to finish doing what we need to do in here, which is get down here, get this copper-filled pouch, and then head into this town. This is Dusk Barrow. Say hi to Dusk Barrow. But don't say bye yet, we're actually going to do something here. So we're going to go to this guy, we're going to purchase from him his curious antique. And then we're going to come this way. Come up here, get this treasure chest with $30,000 in it. Come over here, get this treasure chest with a curious antique in it. Now we are done with Dusk Barrow. So now we're going to go to Stone Guard. And leave Stone Guard. So now we're going to be doing something that's actually a little bit technique based here. So we're going to be going back to a screen we were at closer to the beginning of the game. So we're going to go back this way. And then we're going to head over this way, back down here, back around here. And we're going to go here. So this is that screen where we went to that Shrine of the Runeblade and got the 50,000 before we went to Rippletide to start Tressa's stuff. But instead we're going to come down here first, get this silver-filled pouch, then come up here, stop running before we get off this bridge, because running actually increases your threat. And we're going to walk the rest of the way through to here, and got the encounter, which was bad. Okay. I felt like I was doing pretty good on that movement, but whatever. It wasn't even close. Maybe I'll get out. Maybe we'll be able to run away. Nope. Okay. We're gonna die. It's fine. Just lose a little time. Especially when they don't kill us and just blind instead. I don't know. Can I run? Can I run? No. Okay. So we'll just have to restore from the autosave, no big deal. And try again. Sometimes, because some of these maps take some really tight movement, sometimes you just get the encounters. Silver-filled pouch. Stop running. Okay, we're down here. And still got an encounter. Good grief. So this is what it's going to do to me, huh? You could let me run, though. That'd be nice. Come on, Tressa, get out of here. Nope, okay. As long as that doesn't... Okay, that's not going to kill anybody. And Therian slipped and fell. And now we dead. Alright, game. Quit being a jerk. Stop running. Keep walking. Oops, that's gonna suck. Watch, because I made that movement error, I'm gonna make it now. I was one step away from the tunnel. Oh my god. Please just let me run and get this done. But god dang it. There's no way to break all this with these guys right now. so it's whatever. I wish one of them wouldn't waste my... Oh, two of them did it. Waste my time freaking blinding. Would you stop? Just kill us already so we can try it again. Really? I was like one step from the tunnel. Oh my god. So yeah, the movement mistake I made cost me that. Cool. I was like thinking, okay, well I made a movement mistake like that one screen, and so maybe I'll probably get through, actually. And nope. Alright, up the bridge, stop running. Come down through here. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Get in. Get in. Yes, we made it, finally. Okay. Good. Alright, so now we gotta pick up that energizing pomegranate. Come through here. Get stuck on the wall, apparently. Come through here. So now what we gotta do, because for some reason this works, we gotta come up here, get this, say perhaps not, and that resets threat. So basically at this point we're good. And so now we're gonna come over here, get this knowledge staff, come down here, come down here, and... What? Wow, I have actually never had that happen before, like legitimately. Never had that happen before. And surprise attack. Like once I've gotten to the perhaps not part, I've never had an encounter beyond that. That's really wild. I don't think just talking to it does. But at least we're here now. We don't have to do the entire first screen over again. So get the pomegranate. I'm not even sure how I got that extra, or that encounter. I didn't think I really moved that badly through the area. I usually will get an encounter before I get to the stairs and get that, perhaps not. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're good. Perhaps not. Alright. Because if we actually say the other thing, we get a boss fight. That we will never do. Excuse me, I pressed A. Knowledge staff. Alright. Down the stairs. Down the stairs. Down the stairs. Here we go. Alright. And 35,000. Oops, now we're going to go back to Stone Guard. Yeah, marathon luck, exactly. So... This is a screen that I usually, no matter how well I move, get an encounter on. But I can break this encounter, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It would be better if I didn't get it, but we'll be going this way for the first time. And there it is, like a step away from the screen. This encounter sucks. But I can break this encounter with what I've got now. So, but not before they go, which is annoying. So he can... I think he can break... No, that's right. He's the one that can't break. I forgot. Okay. Well, maybe if that thing hits Ulbrich, we're fine. Nope, that sucks. That actually sucks. We're gonna just try and run. Because Cyrus is who can break the buffalo. And Cyrus is dead now. Run, please? Thank you. Okay. This means we're gonna have to take a pit stop when we get back to Quarry Crest, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to be doing now the last instance of saving the game and going back to the title screen to reset threat. And then we're going to come over this way. And into this little hidden area here, the Shrine of the Trader. Now the Shrine of the Trader gives us Merchant as a second job. So now what we're going to do, now we have these secondary jobs, is we're going to give Cyrus Hunter job and Aerostorm. We're going to leave Tressa where she's at, but give her hired help. Turn Ulbrich into a merchant as second job, give him hired help. And give him Armor Corrosive. And leave him as a thief. And then we're going to head back to Quarry Crest. Yeah. So now we're back in Quarry Crest and we're actually ready to do Chapter 2's boss fight. But we're going to stay at the inn because we need everybody alive. Now we're going to go to the sewers, which is where Cyrus Chapter 2 takes place. Or the boss fight of Cyrus Chapter 2 takes place anyway. We're going to come up this way, walk around the back of here. Come up here, down here, up here. And hug the wall and get to the boss fight. There we go. So here is the Gideon fight, which is the second, or the Chapter 2 boss fight. And we're actually not going to use just throwing soulstones at it. So he's going to cast Armor Corrosive on him. She's going to defend. Cyrus just does something, doesn't matter, he's going to defend. And then we're going to do our new hired help, Veteran Soldier, which costs $30,000 to use, but does pretty good damage. And she's going to do it as well. So I just spent $60,000 to make sure I beat this boss fight. Hence throwing your money at your problems. And now Cyrus Chapter 2 is over. As soon as we leave town, anyway. Or attempt to leave town, I guess I should say. And now, officially, Cyrus Chapter 2 is over. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Sunshade. And leave Sunshade. Sunshade's, I think, the only town we tag for fast travel that we don't actually do something in also. In this version of the run. So there's a couple of routes for Cyrus. There's a Primrose. There's one that gets Primrose over Ulbrich. And that fight I just did, the Chapter 2 boss fight, is super, super mega RNG dependent if you bring Primrose. And I don't like it. It's faster if you get good RNG. But... getting good RNG, LOL. So we're going to go this way this time. Because it uses getting more job points and getting more job skills and for people over having a whole lot of money. Alright. Whoa, I got an encounter. That is not usual, I guess, I would say. And a surprise attack on top of it. Beautiful. Of course I was unable to escape. Why wouldn't I be able to escape? Run this time? Okay, great. Okay, Ulrich's dead. Cyrus is dead. Tressa's dead, and we got away with one person left. Beautiful. So, in order for me to even be able to do what I gotta do in Saintsbridge here, I'm gonna have to stay at the end now. Because I need to use Tressa and Cyrus's skills here, and they're dead, so I can't. So we're gonna stay at the end. Alright. So the first thing we actually need to do is go to this guy and purchase from him both of his healing great bunches. Which we needed Tressa to do, that's why I had to go back. Then we're going to come up here. And this guy, I have to scrutinize him, and he has a 36% chance to actually do it. And we got it first try, okay, good. And then we also have to purchase from him his Wind Soulstone L, and I believe his M too, actually. If I remember right, I have to get his M too. So I have to scrutinize him, because scrutinizing him actually unlocks some extra stuff in the weapon shop, which I need. Alright, so first we're going to sell a bunch of stuff. We're going to sell everything that costs above 1,000 gold. Or dollars, or whatever. Oh, whoops, I only sold one of these. There was two of them. Nope, not that. Alright, then we're going to buy... Oops. 8 empowering bracelets. And now we're going to equip everybody with 2 of those empowering bracelets, and what that's going to do is give them an extra 1,000 health. And then we're going to come in here. Actually, we'll do it in here. And so Cyrus is going to learn Leg Hold Trap. And that's it. And then he's going to learn Incite, and 1,000 Spears, and Sidestep. And then they both are going to learn something. He's going to get Heightened Senses, and he's going to get Endless Items and Cover. And then, oops, we're going to heal everybody to full. And then we are going to warp to Stoneguard, where Cyrus Chapter 3 happens. And then start Cyrus Chapter 3. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta come in here and scrutinize this person. Now we gotta come through over to here to make it to Dominic's abode, which is right here. Give us a cutscene to skip. Skippity skip skip. And we've gotta scrutinize this lady. And we gotta come up here. Scrutinize this guy. And then come down here. We're going to purchase this person's Fire Soulstone L. And come up here, scrutinize this person. Come back this way. And then go back to here. Start a cutscene in our deductions. So his daughter. And he was translating a book. Now we gotta go up these stairs here. I'm gonna come over here and buy this guy's Shadow Soulstone L and Light Soulstone L. And then come up here. And hey, it's that Lucia chick from the beginning of the game. And hey, we're in a dungeon. Wait and see. We are rescued by Thirsty AF Therese. Alright. Now we go down the basement. And for some reason, this can still get me an encounter from time to time, even if I'm doing rather well with the movement. But I don't want an encounter in here either. Alright, back up into here, up into here. So what I want to get to is here, save the game. And now we... Wow, okay. Sure thing, guy. Well, at least we got the save, so, like, even if I, like, lose to this, which I probably will, I'll just start at the save point. I've actually never gotten one after I've gotten to the save point either. That's really odd. It's like, when were you going to use a soul stone, by the way? Just, yeah. There we go. Alright, that's fine. Resuming from the last save point will be the save point, though, which is great. Oops, I got stuck. Here's the boss fight. And the boss is, surprise, surprise, the headmaster of the Royal Academy, Ivan. And now he's like, roar! And so this is the other RNG part of the game, because I need all three of them to attack normally and attack different people, or at least not kill anybody, especially if he's going first. So, him. So we'll see. Okay. No, tornado's not good. Okay. So this is a wipe, unfortunately. This is a definite wipe. So we're just going to attack until we get killed. So I can only get through this fight with somebody dying if it's Cyrus, Tressa, or Ulbrich, and they went first. If that person went first before they died. Then I can actually recover this. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Therian going first is actually really bad for being able to recover the fight. Okay, so it's him. So not Warrior, Merchant. We're going to Hired Help Bandit, which is going to hit the two guys in the front for 2 of their break shield points. So now if Ulbrich were to die, it would be okay. But if it was only Ulbrich, and it's Tressa also, which is bad. If only Ulbrich had died, we would have been fine. I would have been able to do this fight. But it wasn't, so I have to try it again. And this is why getting good times in this particular route is so hard. Well, for one, that very beginning RNG that I got really bad luck on. Then encounter luck can be a factor, and then this fight. But this fight's really cool when it works. Alright, Tressa's first, so she's going to do the bandits this time. Okay, Tressa gets hit. Ah, stop with the tornado. So Tressa's the only one dead, but unless so I'm going to assume that I'm going to survive this. So I'm going to give Tressa back up. If Ulbrich gets hit, he might survive. Okay, we're good. Oh, nope, Ulbrich didn't survive. Damn it, that's bad. Okay. He blocked, but then he didn't survive the hit. So that was bad. Oh well. I tried. I tried to keep that one going. That almost worked. If Ulbrich had somehow survived that hit, we'd have been fine. I'd been able to recover that. Alright. Here we go. Thankfully the last boss isn't... There's only like a couple of instances where it's like, where I can't do the fight right away. And they don't happen super often, generally. Let's see who we got first. Tressa again. Okay. Bandits. Attack. Fine. Attack. Okay, fine. Attack. Okay, we're good. We're in there. Alright, so now he is going to defend. And then he's going to Energizing Pomegranate him. And then he is going to use Lightning Blast, and that's going to break the adze. And now Ulbrich, going first, is going to Hired Help Dancer, which is going to break Ivan. And then everybody else is going to use large soul stones, and that's going to kill the two ads. Okay, so then he doesn't really have to do a lot, so I'm just going to swing with him. He doesn't have to do much. Tressa is going to use the Pomegranate M on Ulbrich. Therian is going to Armor Corrosive Yvonne. And Ulbrich is actually going to collect ×4 to get $16,000. So so Yvonne's back with his Break Shield. But that's not a big deal because we're going to hit it 4 times with Cyrus. And then once with Therian, and he's broke again. And then he's going to defend, and then she's going to defend, and then they're going to get another BP, and we're going to hire some vets. $60,000 later, dead boss. And that is Cyrus chapter 3 down. So then we're going to try to leave town. That's going to give us the end of chapter 3. Alright, so then we got to do a little bit of the work here. So now we've got to go in here, and we got to give Therian Shackle Foe and Steel SP. And then go into his support skills, give him Incidental Attack and Fleetfoot, and then we're good. Now we're going to, Gonna warp up here to Duskbarrow, where Cyrus chapter 4 happens, which is the final chapter of Cyrus's story. So we're gonna come up here. Say, no, maybe not, twist it. And now we're in the ruins. This is the final dungeon of the story. We're going to come down the stairs. And come up here to this treasure chest, which is $50,000. Come back up the stairs. Come back over here, get this, which is $20,000. Get a cutscene that we'll skip. Run our way over here into this opening that is very bright. Get that healing grape bunch, get that pomegranate. Up this way. Come over here, get this ice soulstone L. And we're going to come over here and save our game in case our final boss, Lucia, does not want to cooperate the first time. And here we go. Boss time! This boss's fight's pretty cool. So really, as long as she doesn't go first with her second turn, or go before both Therian and Tressa, we're alright. And she went first, so we're going to die. So that physical perfection always goes first, but her second attack is going first, and that's what we don't want. And of course, Ulbrich survived it, so now we have to wait for her to kill him. But that's why we saved the game. But this fight's pretty cool, technically, as well. Kind of like that Yvonne fight once you get what you want. Alright. Take 2. Maybe you'll cooperate. Okay, we're good. Alright, so Therian is going to use Shackle Foe. What this is going to do is debuff her attack power, so she can't swing and kill us. Oh, and then he's going to take a pot shot, which is nice. She's going to do Hired Help Mercenaries, which is going to do 2 shots to her shield, as well as buff everybody's defense for 4 turns. So that's not going to do hardly anything. Or it's going to do a lot of damage, so it's not going to kill us. And then he's going to do Thousand Spears to take off some points of her shield. 4 points, not bad. And then he's going to do Leg Hold Trap, which is going to make her go last for 4 turns. Now Therian is going to Healing Great Punch everybody. And now pretty much the rest of the time, he's just going to sit here and do Rain of Arrows all the time. For doing shield damage. 3 times kind of sucks, but whatever. Ulbricht's going to use Incite, which is basically a taunt. Any single target attacks are now going to always hit Ulbricht for 3 turns. And then she's going to also use Healing Great Punch to make sure we're all at full. And now you'll see the single target attack is going to hit Ulbrich. So now he's going to use Steel SP. Which it was supposed to do 2 hits, but it missed 1. He's going to do his Rain of Arrows. That only hit 3 times again, which kind of sucks. She's going to use a Healing Great Bunch. And then Ulbricht's going to use all 4 BP on Sidestep, which is going to allow him to dodge 4 attacks. Like that. And like that. So he has 2 attacks left he can dodge. So Cyrus, once again, Rain of Arrows. Please hit more than 3 times. God dang it. Stop that, dude, for real. He's going to refresh his Incite because he's down to 1 turn, so it's going to be 4 turns. Therian's going to use all his BP on dagger hits to reduce the shield. And then she's going to Healing Great Bunch again. And now all the buffs and debuffs have fallen off at this point. So Therian is going to Shackle Foe 1 time real quick here to apply another debuff to her attack. She's going to do Mercenary to apply a 2-turn buff to our defense. And he's going to, yeah, he should do Rain of Arrows 1 more time. Just to be safe. Especially since he's only been hitting 3 times. That's good, we're fine here now. And then Ulbrich is going to use his 2 BP to refresh a 2 attacks of Sidestep block, or a Sidestep for 2, so he can dodge 2 attacks, being that one and this one. So now Therian's going to get to go. He's going to actually do an Armor Corrosive on her. So she's going to get to go in a normal spot now and not last because of no more Leg Hold Trap. We're fine. Cyrus is going to defend. She's going to hit twice with her spear. And then he's going to give himself a pomegranate to boost his BP. So now Cyrus is going to swing 4 times with his axe and break her. Therian is going to use the Ice Soulstone L. He's going to hire some vets. And she's going to use a pomegranate on him. And now with the last turn, he's going to use this Wind Soulstone M. He's going to hire some vets. He's going to use the Fire Soulstone L. And she gonna hire some vets. And with $90,000 worth of vets later, boss is down. But that's not the end yet. We still have a little bit to do. We're going to come back up the stairs here, back through here, and come here. Alright, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to scrutinize this book. Come over here, scrutinize this book. Come back up here, through here, back down here, back down here, back up here. Oh, don't you dare, controller. Don't you fucking dare. Scrutinize this book. Alright, we good now. Alright, so now we fast travel back to Duskbarrow because it's the quickest way to do this. Make it rain! Exactly. Now we're going to go back into the dungeon. Come back up here. Back over to here. Scrutinize this wall mural. And we're going to say sealed power away, blah, blah, blah. Power of life. Oops, I scrolled back around. It's going to make me do it again. Power of life and death. Whatever. A warning. And that's it. We're done. And that was Cyrus, Chapter 1, Octopath Traveler. Or Cyrus Story, Octopath Traveler. And I'm glad I put a 115 estimate in because that RNG was trolly.